All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Leo. Leo's first today. All right. I'm losing my tablet connection. Dog it. Always something. Always something. Come on, connect already, will ya? We started. There we go. Oh, metal music. Hello, metal. Good day, mate. How's it going? Oh, okay. My actions are working. So today we are today. Welcome to the Sunday Coffee Klatch, where we just sit around and shoot the bull, shoot the shit, whatever you want to say, bullshit, make up stuff, have fun, talk about what's going on in the world, like the lovely wildfires happening in Canada. Pretty good, man. How are things with you? Okay. Let me get I'm gonna play some coffee shop music today. If you are over on Twitch, you will hear the music. Unfortunately, you will not hear the music on YouTube because of sometimes the music that I play. We'll go through some of this cafe stuff here. Let's see. Some morning jazz. Oh, they have a Melbourne Cafe morning jazz, caffeine, and coffee shop music. We'll start off with that. Or as my wife would say when Carmine of Total OS Today would play his jazz music, the jazz geek guys. Let's see. I'm gonna turn my music down a little bit. There we go. All right. So, oh my gosh, what's happening here in the States and especially the north central to northeastern? We are being inundated by Canada's wildfires. The smoke was really bad last Thursday to the point where I was out running errands and the air quality index was like up to close to 500. And I had gotten such a headache by the time I got home that I couldn't even do some geoguessing. Air conditioner had been running all week. Turned it off, I'll say, first time in a week that the temps dipped into 60. Oh, yes, the Canadian wildfires. Someone wants to charge them for the smoke. The Canadians send us water planes. We send them. Yeah. Yeah, Leo, it's a bunch of bullshit. How are we going to stop it, you know? Would it be, and then, how when California's wildfires happen and it gets over here too, they want to do the same thing to California. The last thing I checked is we can't put invisible walls up. It's bad enough that they think that we have an invisible dome covering this flat Earth. Oh, the would that be right if I said the ineptitudes of it? The stupidity of people these days. So, um, I think already the AQI is up to 177, so we'll see how the rest of the day goes. It seems to be blowing. Let me see if I can bring up a map. All right. I think that's an apt description. Thank you, Leo. I try words. I try to get the big words in. You know, I'm American, so big words some oftentimes fail me. Remember, kids, flat earthers means the top of their heads is flat and the intelligence slides right off. Yeah. Let's see. Does this show what I wanted? Boo boo boo. This doesn't particularly look like what I want. Doo doo. This, I just want a map. They had a map on the news this morning. Can I get the same map? Computer right monitor. Oh, this will be good enough for now, I guess.
Here is the right monitor, boss.
Thank you, computer. Yes, the only thing flat earthers have to fear is fear itself. So, yeah, it looks like the northern, you know, and I'm in this area right here, so it's supposed to... This is from yesterday? Today's Sunday. Come on. But this is what it looked like in Chicago on Thursday. Well, this was Friday, but Thursday, Friday was pretty bad. I bet you all the pot smokers loved it, man, especially in states where it's not legal. Hey, you can't smell it. I'm going to smoke it out here. But yeah, and this is New York, all the way to New York. But that's everybody, if you are in that, please stay safe. Please wear your mask. I think you could, I guess, wear the regular mask, but I guess you should start out with an N95 if it gets it to a certain point. If the air conditioner, I mean, your air conditioning should help take care of you in the house. But yeah, it was pretty rough Friday, Thursday, Friday. Yes, that's in another universe where Friday comes before Thursday. You know, it's like I mean, what a boomer. Yeah, whatever. That's a good question, Metal. If the Earth is flat, how come humanity is going downhill? I forgot I got rebuild. Oh, one thing I didn't rebuild. So right now I am on Linux Mint. Yes, I'm streaming off of Linux Mint because I was looking for an Ubuntu base to go back to keep up with the plugins and that properly and have proper install. And I've used Linux Mint on and off for many years, but not, you know, I always didn't never like the aesthetics of it. But you know what? Cinnamon you can customize pretty well. I have mine looking like Windows 11. Good question. I'm totally stealing that one. Yep, that's a good one. Well, I jumped on the early edition of Linux Saloon yesterday, and Zeb the boss was there, and he was leaving, and I said, "Wait, before you leave," I said, you know, I'm surprised that Linux is so, you know, there's a big community in England because penguins are afraid of the UK. I mean, because they're afraid of whales. Oh. Oh, let's see. I'm gonna make an action here because I don't have my highlight action. So settings, general, quick actions, message, add a quick action, title, chat highlight, action, chat highlight, message. Give me 1 second here. Joan, let's see, highlight. Use that icon. Copy it with color. Paste it in there. Oh, you not let me paste it? What did I? Oh, I see. Got it. Okay. Okay, I should add a quick action back to my thing so I can do. There we go. I can do this. There we go. If the earth is flat, how come humanity is going downhill? And you know, the true um, proof that there's no flat earth is that if there was a flat earth, cats would be knocking things off the edge. You know? Of course, flat earthers would say, well, how can you say they don't? No one sees it. We can't go to Antarctica to see it. Wish there was a better way I can copy my StreamerBot actions with the chat. I have to look at that. So, um, but then the smoke is if we had this big atmosphere, why is the smoke just being hung up over here, and then the heat dome? And there's this one flat earther, CC from Westchester, New York, sits in his van and does his videos and talks about, have you ever seen the inside of the earth? No, you just see illustrations. No one can take a picture of it. But all they can show us is illustrations of a flat earth. Welcome to Flat Earth Sunday. I'll get all these flat earthers coming in and, what's wrong with you, dude? You drink the tea, you drink the Kool-Aid. Actually, no, I'm drinking coffee, so fuck you. But yeah, that's just crazy. It's the thing that Carl Sagan was afraid of 20 years ago or more, that those that don't know science try to explain science. And the thing is, well, you just know it to be true. Oh well, I'll be indoctrinated. I'll be indoctrinated. If none of the oceans have carbonated water in them, does that mean that they are flat? You know what? I don't have. That's what. Oh, that's the sound I'm missing. I don't have. I don't have a. I can give you a laugh track for that one. I gotta get a drum roll or a rumpump. That's what I gotta get.
You are listening to the Sunday Coffee Klatch, presented by Steve's Very Own.
See, I even have professional announcers now. About that. How about that? But yeah, hopefully it's not too bad. It's supposed to maybe get a little bad today. Like I said, AQI, um, the air quality index, was at 177 this morning already. But it's not too bad. I do have one. I turned off the air conditioner last night. It got down to 60, 62 degrees. Oh, that was so nice. That was so nice. Okay. Go. I think the music might have been too loud on Twitch. I have to look at my settings. I have a limiter so the background music doesn't go over, you know, not too loud, and then I have ducking whack whack to when I speak the music goes down. If something keeps turning off the limiter. But anyway, so I rebuilt my OBS setup. I renamed all my scenes. I made them more organized. I gave them specific names so they kind of match. The only thing that's different are my main scenes. And then I had to rename a lot of my sources as I did that. And then I had to change everything over in StreamerBot to make sure that they work. So my next step is I'm going to rebuild my Windows setup the same way. They have it more organized because I have been horrible ever since I started streaming and naming scenes. I tried to be particular and keep things organized. And and I have a lot of scenes in that, but I don't have as many as some. I have a lot more than most. But sometimes finding and OBS doesn't always put them in alphabetical order when you're looking. Although I'm looking forward to the new version that hopefully should be coming out within the next month or so. Currently, we're on 32.1.2. The next big release is going to be 32.2, which they're doing some beta testing on. And I did a little testing on Linux and couldn't get any of the plugins to work because the new one is for if you are on Ubuntu 26.04, you're not going to get stuff to work. Here we go, metal with the jokes today. A moth goes into a doctor's office and tells him he's having dreams of burning and killing everyone. And doctor says, "You need a psychiatrist. Why are you here?" The moth says, "You left the light on." All right, that does it. I have to find. I have to find. I want that. I have to find a. Boom. No, let's see. What do you even call that sound? Here we go. There we go. Now I found one. Let me download that. Listen to my sound bites there. Save it. Let's see. Where can I add it? I got a full screen here. Last night I was dreaming of orange oceans. It turned out it was just a fantasy. Oh my gosh. Oh. You know, my counselor, you know, um my psychologist, actually, no, my psychiatrist, psychologist, my counselor said, screw everybody that hates you. And I'm like, oh, that's a lot of sex. Okay. And it just goes on and on. Let's see what I do is. Oh, that's right. I gotta add it. Do. Give me a minute. I know I'm such a media. We'll call it bad joke. Sound bites. Roll sound effects, right? That's the one. What was a bad joke? Yeah, there it is. I almost put the wrong one in. There we go. You don't want it to loop. Oh. There we go. How's that sound? Just for metal. And then I need to do a toggle switch on my deck. Source visibility toggle. Soundboard. Bad joke. Create. Let's edit the title. Apply. There we go. How about that? Now I'm ready for you, Metal. Oh, I'm ready for you. No, I'm ready for you. All right. So I've been working on that. You know, Linux Mint has been actually pretty decent. I do like my Endeavor OS. Oh, did you hear about the circus fire? It was intense. Did you hear about the restaurant on the moon? It had great food, but no atmosphere. There, I could do a combination. God. Oh, this is gonna be a long stream. Mr. Metal. You know, Steve, I have a photo.
Someone has joined the chat on Twitch.
Oh, my sound is not working there. Welcome, Andy. How you doing? Wie geht's? I won't do the was tun mir leid. Wie geht's? I keep getting, and I don't get copyright strikes, but I keep getting some of the sound bites, I guess, like especially the musical ones, even though I thought you had like up to 10 seconds. A lot of them sound bites are under 10 seconds, and I keep getting what do they call it? It's not a copyright strike. Is it a copyright notice? No, it's not a notice. Where you're allowed to use it, but if you do use it and you're monetized, they'll take the money away from you while that plays. That's why you don't hear any music, so I don't mess up over there over on the YouTube side. I'm glad it's going well, Andy. How's the heat? I know it's still been warm over there. It was warm all week here. The AI thing on YouTube is stupid now. Yeah, it's... well, you know, the thing is, so, like, you'll hear music on Twitch, but then if you watch the VOD on Twitch after the stream, you won't hear music, so that's the way it's set up. Because Twitch can be just as bad. I was using a bunch of copyright-free, royalty-free music that it's supposed to be royalty-free music for Twitch, and Twitch would still block out some of the, you know, they would block out the audio, which blocks out me talking and all that, which is good for some people. It's settled a bit. We're back to acceptable temps again. Something lagging, or is it me? Yeah. Yeah, Twitch is dropping really bad. I can see it on my laptop. Oh, even YouTube. What the hell's going on? I think it's you. It wasn't happening until you showed up. Either that or they're already tired of metal music's bad jokes. Let's see. Stream started out really good. Well, you know, just as I complimented Linux Mint. How about that? That's a lie. Yeah, Twitch is really bad. Maybe the jokes have used all the bandwidth. Yeah. Interesting. I'm not getting a lot of drop frames, but my frames per second have just like Bit Shady is over in Discord. Bad jokes tend to ruin the stream. Oh boy. Yeah, just a regular. Let's see. Let's bring up the docs, the stat docs. Rendering lag is here. This is what I'm. Oh my God, just changing the stream. It went from 60 to 43 frames per second. And I did a stream on Wednesday and everything was fine. Oh, look at the encoding lag. Holy crap. What the fuck? YouTube would make it, yeah. Oh, that's not what I want. I set up a button so I can hide the chat sometimes so you can see the full screen. No wonder this is all messed up. It's showing the monitor being hidden. Well, tech issues. Let's bring up the system monitor. Let's see. Well, system monitor is not showing my GPU. That's I just might have to kill the stream for right now and start over again. Where's the No, it should be. I have NVIDIA. I have the driver. I have the 595 driver set up. But did something happen? I know Mint actually updated its kernel from 6.17 to 7. All right. I am going to let me look at one thing. Let's see. See, the NVIDIA driver's installed. But unless the Mint Unless the Mint system monitor doesn't show. But I thought it did show the GPU. Maybe your jokes overloaded it? Yeah, oh my god, yeah, frame rate is really bad. Okay. I'm going to reboot, which I'm just going to restart everything. I may go to Windows. Man, so much for Linux Mint. I had high hopes. All right, give me a few minutes, folks.